this phenomenal experience. You know, the results speak for themselves, but I think most importantly was being able to manage mom and dad's expectations, which were all over the place. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we were in a position you never thought you're going to be in. But everybody was understanding, because it wasn't their first rodeo, and they knew where we were, you know. But recognizing that every situation was different too. That was the other thing, you know. Every situation's different. What's going on with one kid isn't going on with another, and there isn't, you know, how they handled James wasn't the same way they were handling somebody else, and that individuality, I think, is very, very important. Whether, and I don't want to editorialize here, but whether you're, you know, in a residential treatment facility like Center for Discovery, you know, or you're an athlete on the ball field, you know, you've really want to play to the kids' strengths, and they were able to find that, and then the connection that was there was, you know, so obvious. It was wonderful. I think if I was to tell you what's changed with James from his experience at Center for Discovery, James's sense of two things. One, his desire to be truthful and honest to both mom and dad, and his sense of self-efficacy, and his sense of wanting to be truthful to himself and believe in himself and believe that mom and dad do have his back. You know, as a parent, you think you're on the right path. You think you're connecting, and, you know, you think the kid thinks you're paying attention. And everybody gets somewhere, you know, gets to this place, I guess, from a different direction. But we wound up getting there, and I think it was an opportunity for James to get to know himself and be able to have mom and dad accept this is who he is. And I think the best part is we came away, there's no judgment or condemnation of what's, you know, transpired, because there's nothing to be gained by that. And I think that's helped James. And I think the center was very helpful in helping kind of set the table and focus not on where you've been, but where you need to go and how you're going to get there. And I think the collaboration of the counseling that we did with James helped James realize that mom and dad are on the same page, and that we're all going to have to work together in order to move forward. So I think that gave James a lot of faith in himself and mom and dad.